Hey guys, my name is Emmanuel and welcome to the Techpoint Africa podcast, where we bring you the latest, the hottest and juiciest gist in the tech space in Africa. We're not just going to be exploring the startups and the money they're raising, we're going to be approaching it from a waiting concern you perspective, right? So yes, this is a new approach we're trying to employ or embark upon. So please give us feedback, and anything you say will be used. No, sorry. Anything you say will be welcome. We won't use it against you. Thank you very much. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a very, very major story in the tech space that happened this week. A lot of things happened yet, but something really caught our attention. Nestcoin, the Nigerian Web3 startup that raised $6.5 million pre-seed earlier this year, I just announced that it laid off some of their employees, and the CEO Yele explained that they held most of their funds in FTX. FTX is the crypto exchange that is now come on troubled times because of lots and lots of misdeeds. So, but there are so many questions this brings up, but I'm not going to be addressing them alone. I'm actually here with our in-house blockchain reporter. Is now a senior reporter at Techpoint, and I want to drag him. So yes, please, guys, welcome Mr. Bolu Abiodun.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
No need to be doing all these ones. You know what?
You can't drag me.
You know the drill.
I'm ready for you.
No, but it feels like this thing is just whatever is going on in the crypto space right now, from FTX down to Nestcoin. So FTX is okay in the US, it's far from us, but this is Nestcoin, a Nigerian startup.
Yeah.
They were planning to do something very, very ambitious and big, right? So Nestcoin was supposed to be a startup that builds startups.
Exactly.
Right? So Nestcoin was supposed to have like 5 different companies under one company, right? This whole ambitious thing. And it made sense, right? Even though some of the talking points, some of the how we're going to achieve this were an issue. But this is the major question or concern for me, right? Nestcoin CEO Yele is not a newbie to crypto. And you mentioned last week about how money kept in some of these exchanges are not your money. They're not really your money.
Yeah.
If, for instance, a bank goes under, the CBN can intervene, right? There's a certain percentage of the deposit in your bank that is with the CBN.
Yeah.
So if something happens, let's say all the customers in the bank start withdrawing their funds, that bank will be in trouble, but the CBN would intervene. But crypto exchanges are not regulated. So I find it very, very curious that someone as experienced as Yele and his team, very, very experienced people, I find it very, very curious that they kept money in the crypto exchange, a very, very huge sum at that. So talk to me about that.
All right. So funny enough, I had that conversation with someone last night. I don't want to mention his name, but he's very well versed in the whole crypto space, and he said, because which is also valid, Yele also mentioned it, that FTX's sister company Alameda Research was an investor during their fundraise, their $6.45 million fundraise in February this year. But he said they invested in them, right? And then this person was, of the opinion that, okay, probably was assuming that is plausible that some of the criteria for the investment was that, okay, give you this money, but you keep the money with us, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, that could be possible. But then in the statements Yele made to investors, he mentioned that Alameda Research only invested, I think, less than 1% of the entire fundraise, And I'm wondering, okay, if someone is investing less than 1%, how can they tell you where to keep your money? Or why are they not saying, okay, only keep what we give to you, part of the money we give to you with FTX? So those are the questions that it raises. But I think the best person in the position to answer that question is the CEO himself. And I reached out to him, but based on everything that's going on right now, trying to find a better place for the employees that have been laid off, and reeling from the entire thing, he said he won't be able to make comments at this time. But those are very important questions. And again, it's not your key, not your coins. It's a saying. If you are in the crypto space, it's a saying you hear very often, and you see people who deal with large amounts of cryptocurrencies actually following these things. People like me with our small amount of money can decide to stay in the exchange, but when you start dealing with millions and millions of dollars, it's important for you to have probably a cold storage or a non-custodial wallet.
Okay, so you talked about Yele helping some of the employees to get set up. So is there anything that we mentioned has been done for them to help them very quickly, because it's not a major question.
Okay, yeah. So the CEO, he made the statement again on Twitter, and he said, there are a lot of talented people that they've hired, and then he was reaching out to anyone who needed talent and saying, just reach out to us. We'll connect these people with you, and basically just trying to help them, land on their feet after the whole layoff.
Okay, all right. So now, talking about Yele himself, Yele was with Binance's investments division, and he started Bundle, then he left Bundle and started Nestcoin. I find it curious, why keep the money in FTX and not Binance?
Okay, yes.
Now,
okay.
Remember, Binance also had funds in FTX, and he pulled out. So how come? It's something.
These questions, again, it's another question that I've seen people raise, I've heard people raise, and the truth is, some people are of the opinion that Bundle is a product of Binance Labs, and for me, I would say it really has. I don't really see, there might be, but for me, I would say there isn't really a correlation. He wanted to start something new, FTX wanted to invest in it. He said, hey, why not? I don't think Bundle being an offshoot of Binance Labs actually restricts him from taking money from FTX. I don't really think.
Even Nestcoin too. Mention Nestcoin. Okay, so that's an interesting one. But talking about Nestcoin itself, I mentioned that they wanted to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Many startups in one. But can you really point to any noticeable product that these guys have built?
Okay, and I think this question probably was.
I saw one of their investors, Ezra. Ezra is supposedly one of their investors. Ezra is the CTO of Paystack. Supposedly one of Nestcoin's investors. He mentioned it on Twitter, like he hasn't seen anything, and he's an investor. So,
very notable question actually, and I think he suffered a lot of backlash after he made that comment on Twitter. But I think it's a question that, like I said, with some of the questions you've asked earlier, that the CEO himself really needs to come out and. Okay, I'll make some comments about that, but for more clarity, it's important for people to really have clarity on what exactly it is that is going on.
Okay, so have they built anything?
But for so far, we've seen Breach, we've seen Metaverse Magna, and Breach is basically I'll call it like a media platform that helps people get accustomed to the entire crypto space.
Is it like a Techpoint for crypto or a Medium for crypto?
I would say a medium for crypto.
A medium
for crypto. They have newsletters, they have podcasts, and I think they were just about to start, a program where they take in guest posts where, if you have knowledge about the crypto space, just come on, write something. You can become a writer and things like that. But referencing what Ezra said, he was like, okay, this is all you have so far, and you've burned through about $2.5 million, and this is what you have so far, which is another valid question. And I was, trying to do some research, and I looked at, Metaverse Magna. Metaverse Magna is basically on Discord, right?
It's on Discord.
It's on Discord. And what Metaverse Magna actually does, it's a gaming guild. A gaming guild is, they basically provide scholarships for people who want to become gamers on the
Metaverse.
Yeah. So what they do is they give you, because there are some games like the most popular play to earn game right now, or should I say right now or before, was Axie Infinity. And then to be a player in Axie Infinity, you need access. It's a gaming asset, and they range from between $100. As at 2021, they range from between $100 to probably even $1 million.
Okay.
Right? And but now, what crypto is doing right now, they range from between $29 upwards. Okay. Right? So I'm thinking, okay, let's say you spend at least $1,000 on, I don't know how many gamers are there, say 2,500. The maths, I'm not very good at maths.
Don't worry about the maths. Yeah. What I'm hearing is they built something like a gaming community.
Exactly.
They gave scholarships to people to come and play games.
Yeah.
But I'm going to the Nestcoin website and I'm seeing a DeFi product that's supposed to build. I'm seeing an art product that's supposed to build, and I'm seeing coming soon. So meaning they spent $2.5 million on Metaverse Magna and Bridge.
Okay, so
is that the case?
That is what it simply means, right?
5 million.
That is what it simply means.
Okay.
I just want to give a disclaimer that, okay, it's possible we don't know the entirety of what it is they're working on currently before this whole thing happened. So it's possible that they've burnt their money doing some other projects that are not out yet.
Okay.
So that is also a possibility.
Launch it and start making money. Okay, no way. Maybe without knowing a lot of things behind the scenes, we might not be able to give really informed decisions. So that's quite alright. But with everything that's happening now, we want to hear, is crypto dead? Should people really bother with crypto anymore?
Okay, so when you ask this question, what people who are not, for example, what Warren Buffett will tell you that is that crypto was dead from the very beginning because he is not pro crypto in any way. And
Warren Buffett is known for stability.
Exactly.
His net worth does not fluctuate like with a tweet.
Exactly. Right. So I will try not to be emotional about this, but I will say crypto is not dead, despite everything that has happened so far. Right, and I will say that because one, we've seen crashes like this even in the regulated financial systems.
It's regulated, but this is
yes. Even in regulated financial systems, we've seen such crashes, and the government was able to bail them out. In the case of crypto is, even with everything that has happened so far, crypto is still existing, which shows you that something formidable has been built in 2009. By the person who invented Bitcoin. And so with the fact that there's no government to bail anybody out and crypto is still existing, I think it shows that crypto is not dead actually. And I think what we need to do from this is, I think it's just something that had to happen. There are lessons that need to be learned here, regulatory lessons and a lot of other things. So for me, crypto is still alive. I still spoke to someone who said he still bought Ethereum last night. So
okay, all right. So thank you very much, Bolu. So if you've been watching this or listening to this, you probably understand or probably don't understand anything about crypto or even the financial sector. But we're going to be espousing everything at the FinTech Summit 2022. So it's be holding at 4 Points by Sheraton. Go to fintech.techpoint.africa and quickly get your ticket right now. So while you're doing that, keep a pin on that and watch the message from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Abiodun, the head of business at Techpoint Africa. Did you know that you could present yourself as a reputable brand leader? Did you know that your business can get the limelight it deserves? Now you do. Using Techpoint Africa's marketing tools, we can put you in the faces of a large audience for brand awareness and thought leadership. To do this, reach out to us by sending an email to business@techpoint.africa or click on the link in the description below.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Techpoint Africa podcast, and I hope you've enjoyed this story. So far so good. We've talked about Nestcoin, and so far so good. This week it's been layoffs galore, but we're not going to be going into that right now, so you can catch it, all the gist on Techpoint Digest. Just go over to Techpoint.Africa to get all the latest gist that you're looking for. And if you're watching us on YouTube, on Instagram, or on TikTok, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And you'll be the first to be getting more and more of these updates on your timeline. Also, If you are listening to us, Bolu, give us this.
All right, you can always find us on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Heart Radio, or anywhere else you get your podcast.
All right, people, let us know what you think about this, and see you next week.